And welcome, everyone, to a Big Ten Network chat. I'm Andy Katz, pleased to be joined by Purdue's Trevion Williams, fresh off a 16-9 performance against Ohio State, a home win at Mackey Arena for the Boilermakers. It was just a couple days prior to that. You had 30-11 against Indiana State in a non-conference game. So, Trevion, first off, let's deal with the Big Ten opener. In what way is this Purdue team, in what way have you guys sort of grown even within a week from that sort of disheartening loss down in Miami?
We took a lot from that game. We was up, and going into the second half, we kind of let them come back, and it was just a lesson. Not necessarily a loss, but those type of things can happen, and you have to be able to compete the full 40 minutes. So we just kind of took that in, and we got back here and we got to work. It's been paying out for us.
And obviously you played well against Indiana State before that, sort of buffered in between. But look, Matt Painter for decades now has had incredible success in the Big Ten. What makes these Big Ten games just different when they pop up on the schedule, especially here early in December?
I mean, every game just means something. It's a feeling about the game that's not like any other game. But when it's Big Ten, it could be anybody's game on any given night, and you just got to be ready to play.
So, no Matt Harms, but Zach Edey is new to you. But still, it feels like your game has taken it up just another level. This was not a normal offseason. We get that. So how were you able to improve your game in all facets, despite all the obstacles that you and everyone else had to deal with this past offseason?
Well, I mean, obviously I had to do more conditioning just to kind of get my body right. But I think I want to give my props to Zach. He's a big dude. He's hard to score on. And, at the beginning of the summer, he gave me some challenges, with scoring and stuff in practice. So if I can score over him, I think I can score over anybody in the Big Ten. So it was all of my props goes to him. He's a great defender. He blocks everything. And like I said, he gave me challenges. So, I'm just going to continue to work and kind of build on my last couple games.
You had two plays against Ohio State. I'm not saying you couldn't have done them before, but it just feels like your body control, your athleticism has improved even more. Just the way that you were able to sort of get around a defender and convert in an awkward position and still be able to finish it. I mean, this is my outside perspective. You tell me if I'm wrong, that maybe those are the kind of moves that you could do earlier, but maybe, you can sort of finish them a little bit easier now.
I mean, definitely, yeah. It has a lot to do with, with doing my job and just kind of being aware of things. Coach Payne always, makes a joke, but he says the basketball gods will take care of you if you do your job. So, obviously some of the plays is kind of crazy, but, I've been working so much that, those things look normal now. So, like you said, it's been good for me.
Yeah, your agility, clearly, it doesn't feel like, it feels like you can get out of even a difficult situation if you're doubled, tripled, don't have the right angle, that you can find your way to the basket. No paint crew. I was at the Ohio State Purdue game a couple of years ago. I think maybe now 3 or 4 years ago. I can't remember, but crazy environment. Every time I go to Mackey, it's unbelievable. What's it been like to sort of lose that you don't have that kind of atmosphere at Mackey?
I mean, it kind of makes you bring your own energy. We feed off each other. We have energy in practice, and we try to build that and have carryover to the game. So, like I said, Eric's been our energy guy. He's always been our energy guy, and we kind of just feed off him. And when everybody gets going, we just kind of feed off each other.
I remember we talked in the offseason. You stayed in West Lafayette. You felt more comfortable there, but it was lonely at times. And it's been a long season, but you knew there were sacrifices to get through this. And look, Big Ten teams are playing, whether it's on Christmas Day or the 26th, they're staying through rather than deal with maybe a quarantine on the back end. Now that you're here, now that it's happening a week from now, how do you feel about that decision to sort of plow through to get through the season as best as you guys can?
I feel like I was very mature about it. I made a great decision to kind of stay here and be productive. obviously with, COVID and things, there's a lot going on. And I just didn't want to put my family, at risk or myself, so I would have to sit out. So I think it was a very mature decision, and it paid off for me.
And lastly, to that point, I'm sure it's brought you guys closer together, but everyone I've talked to, they keep telling me, traditional college students, because I've got one, they haven't had sort of that release point of going to do whatever they want to do. And you guys have that on that court, that time period where you can be maskless in a group. How much has that been, your sanctuary for yourself and your peers to be able to at least have that outlet in what has been a very confined, controlled environment since you've been back on campus?
Man, we just been trying to do everything we can to be safe about the situation, but also, get what we need to get done. So I think just kind of going off that, we're just going to continue to try to be as safe as possible, and kind of move on with the season.
Well, I appreciate it, Trevion. You've done an outstanding job, and I think Purdue is only going to keep getting better throughout the course of this season. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.